All right, today we're talking about how to destroy needy energy for good. We all know that needy energy can sabotage your efforts to get into a relationship or to have the dating success that maybe you want. But how do you actually get rid of it? Let's go ahead and get into that. Hey there, it's Clay with modernlove.life. And as we mentioned in the intro to this video here, we're going to be talking about how to get rid of negative energy, how to destroy negative energy, and how to truly come across as confident, detached from outcome, and fully authentic and genuinely who you are. Needy energy often comes from this belief, this idea, this thought, this perception that you're not okay unless X happens, right? I'm not okay unless, she says yes to me when I ask her out, or I'm not going to be okay unless this relationship goes the way that I want it to, or I'm not going to be okay if he doesn't, want to marry me, okay? And this causes us to look outside of ourselves. This causes us to believe in these things that could be very fearful for us. What if we don't get the relationship? What if we don't get the date? What if we don't get the marriage? What if we don't get the validation? And this causes us to feel very fearful because, there are variables outside of our control out there in the world. We cannot control other people. Of course, you can influence them by how you behave in your way of being, but ultimately you can't control them. Obviously, if you say something kind to someone, you're going to get a much better response, most likely, than if you were to say something sort of brash and insensitive. But ultimately, even if you were to say something kind to someone, if someone's just in a really bad mood, they might, not respond very warmly to that. And likewise, if you say something brash to someone, they're much more likely to respond in a cold kind of way, unless they're just really having a great day that day. I don't know. But you can't ultimately control another person. And that's where a lot of this neediness, clinginess, fearfulness, anxiety, insecurity, kind of validation-seeking energy comes from. It's from this belief that, hey, there's something outside of my control and I'm not going to be okay if it doesn't go the way that I want it to. And so what do you need to do? The first step in all of this is to understand that nothing is going to complete you. Nothing outside of you is going to complete you. No one's going to come and save you. A relationship isn't going to make your life somehow perfect. A partner isn't somehow going to make your life perfect. Getting a date isn't going to make your life perfect. Someone saying yes to you isn't going to make your life perfect. Someone wise once said, wherever you go, there you are. And I think it's true about physical locations. People say, hey, I can't do whatever place I'm in right now. Let me just move to another town, another city, and maybe I can, be someone else there. And maybe that does work if you're willing to change your way of being. But if you're shy in one place and you just simply move to another place, you're probably still going to be shy there too, unless you take some work on your way of being. But the whole saying, wherever you go, there you are, I think it's also true about external circumstances as well too. If you're insecure as a single person, you're going to be insecure in a relationship. If you're anxious as someone who's just dating someone, you're going to be anxious as someone who's married. It will follow you because it's a lens that you live your life through. I've told the story about how I used to live my life through a lens of anxiety. I'd find things to be anxious about, even if I had to invent them. I was single when I realized all of this, so I'd go out on dates and everything, and I'd feel anxious about the date, feel anxious afterwards. Oh, hey, did she really like me, or was she just being polite? I don't know. It seemed like it was going really well, but she did that thing, the weird body language thing that she did, and I read in a book somewhere it means that they don't really like you. Or, all sorts of things like that. I'd invent things to be anxious about. Oh, was I in the wrong for, turning at that intersection the way that I did? Oh gosh, I hope they're not mad at me. I hope there wasn't a traffic camera right there that caught me. I don't know. Maybe that traffic camera caught me and I'm going to get a ticket for running a red light. I don't know. So, there's always something to feel anxious about. And it wasn't until I realized this and let go of it that I was actually able to actually escape anxiety. So if there's a part of you that feels incomplete without a relationship, it's not going to change just because you do get a relationship. If there's a part of you that feels incomplete because you're not married and you're about to have a birthday that ends in a 0 or something, then being married isn't going to fix that. You have to look at a deeper level. You have to look under the surface. What is actually happening in your emotional world? And know that nothing outside of you, no person, no relationship, no commitment, no place, no thing, no circumstance is going to make that go away if it's an emotional issue that you have. And instead, what you want to do is you want to look at how you can be happy and how you can be fulfilled in your life, even as it is right now. People are so used to looking at success and saying like, hey, I'm at point A, and if I can get to point B, then I'll be successful, and then I can be happy. If here I am at point A, I'm single, and I want to be at point B, married, then I'll give myself permission to be happy. Or here I am at point A, I'm, struggling to start a business, and if I can get to point B where I'm, making millions of dollars a year or something, then I'll be happy. That's not really what success is. Real success is loving where you're at right now, even at point A, and wanting to experience point B for any number of reasons, and loving the whole journey along the way. Loving the journey and the ups and downs and the twists and the turns and the challenges and the setbacks. That's what real success is, because you're going to love yourself and you're going to love your life the entire time. There's a helicopter going by. And when you can love your life the way that it is and confront and face your reality right now and say, okay, this is a relationship channel, so probably there's a lot of people out there wanting different things for their relationships. Can you love your life right now without the relationship in it? Can you love your life right now, even if it's not where you want it to be? And what does the relationship mean to you? If it's somehow giving you validation, the idea of the relationship. Oh, well, I know I'll be worthy of love if someone actually loves me. Okay, why don't you love yourself? Why is it you feel unworthy of love right now? Is there some voice of some parent echoing around in your head that you need to deal with first so that you actually can feel love? Because you might have a sugar high when they propose to you, or when you get married, or when they agree to be your partner or something like that. But that'll wear off, and then you'll be back to living your life from that place of anxiety, if you're like me, or maybe insecurity, or maybe fear, or maybe shame, or whatever your flavor might be. And so you have to face your life honestly and look at it and say, what can I do to love my life the way that it is now? And when you're able to do that, that's when huge shifts and changes happen for you. And that's how you can really overcome neediness and clinginess. It's from loving your life the way that it is, loving the journey that you're on, and of course, celebrating the destination when you get there. But also knowing that you're going to be okay no matter what. Because no matter what happens on this journey, you're loving the whole process. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button for the old YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, drop me a comment down below letting me know if this resonated with you. And then your next step here, congratulations for making it to the end, is to watch this video series over here on how to attract love into your life automatically through your way of being. It's the next step in all of this. It'll show you how to do all of this in a much greater way. Anyway, with that being said, take care, and I'll talk to you in the next video.